All right, so just wanted to make a basic video. This is kind of video one in a series of videos regarding filling out reseller applications. This is going to be a very high level, simple look at Zoho vendors. Specifically, the one we'll take a look at today is Live On Laboratories because they do have a reseller app URL that has been collected, and those will be always located in the same area under targeting and approval, um, just to the right of the contact URL if that's provided. So the reseller app will be a link. Just in general, anytime you come across an account or a vendor that has a reseller app, that should be the primary mode of application that we will use at Big Dreams. A lot of times, vendors will have a contact URL, which is just a general contact form. And sometimes, if they have a specific wholesale reseller application, and that's again collected, that will also show up here. We always want to use the reseller or fill out the reseller application first and foremost whenever there is one present. In a later video, we'll go through the process of filling out a contact URL. It's oftentimes very similar with one slight variance, one slight change. But always fill out the reseller application first. And really, there's not a need to fill out a reseller app and a contact URL if there's a reseller application. So this would be the primary link we would go through. So we would just simply click on the link provided in Zoho underneath the vendor, and you'll note that it takes you directly in a separate tab out to Live On Labs, the actual web page, and the link for Live On's wholesale application. So this application I selected, I knew it was a little bit more complicated and complex, but I did, for the sake of this video, want to choose one that was a little bit complicated in the sense that there's a real specific point I want to make whenever you come across an application that might be a little challenging for you in the beginning. Starts out very standard. Please note any instructions like we have up here. Complete the application below and attach a copy of your resale certificates. By attach, obviously, all you've got to do, if you scroll down, you would see choose the file. These files will be provided for you in Google Drive, and you will have access to these. So all you would have to do the first time is download the files to your computer on your desktop. So anytime you come across an account like Live On Labs where the application requires you to upload those particular documents, all you'd have to do is choose the files to upload. So you'll note that a lot of this beginning information is very simple, very standard, very straightforward. In the next video, we'll go deeper into where the form is that we have located in Google Drive with all of this information. We've collected and captured that for you. It's pretty much all there. If you come across anything that's not there consistently, just let us know. Of course, we will add that onto the form, make things a little bit easier. In the long run, you'll be very comfortable, confident. We know, and definitely probably will already know a lot of these things just off the top of your head after you've done a few dozen of them. So just the simple information, the federal tax ID, that is again located on that form that I'll show in video number 2 of this series. This one is a little bit different. So I wanted to bring this up at a high level. Anytime you come across a reseller application that asks questions of you in the beginning that you do not know the answers to, there's a very simple solution to that. All we need you to do, and this is in the steps of suite process, I did mention this, whenever you come across one you're not quite sure how to correctly fill it out in the beginning, just go ahead, copy, and paste the link, and then you would email it to tyler@bigdreamsllc.com. That's my email address, and an email address you'll know and have access to and use pretty regularly. So that again is also in suite process in the steps. But please, for the beginning, as you're becoming comfortable and confident with our business and the answers to questions as it pertains to what we would likely say, please feel free to just pass those along, and that way it's not anything you're worried about. making mistakes on or not answering correctly. Again, like I've mentioned, I think in the long run, this type of an application you would be able to fill out pretty quickly and pretty easily once you're knowledgeable about our business structure. So instead of going into detail, I did just want to cover off on that main points here: how you get from Zoho on a vendor page to the reseller app. Click links out. All of this information is covered in the video number 2 right after this. And again, just as a summary, anytime you come across an application that you do not feel comfortable filling out, all you need to do is copy and paste that into an email and or onto a Slack channel that is provided for you, and you could just send that directly to me. Either of those two methods will work just as fine. Look for an in-depth view in video number 2 just after this.